Come back to your spot. Stand on your left leg with your right leg out to the side and tilt a little bit to the left, obviously in a way that's sustainable. And do this movement of taking your head backwards and your weight more to your heel simultaneously or at the same time, whichever you like. It's a joke to make you laugh because you're all so serious and you're holding your breath. Ha, ha, ha. You're going to tell me, Susan, jokes are not funny. Capital letters. Not funny. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was. F-U-N-N-I, not Y. And now as your weight goes back onto your heel, be really clear that that's what's happening and lift your big toe up. So there's no doubt in your mind that your weight is on your heel as your head goes back. Big toe on the left. Sorry, yes. Standing leg, big toe. That's it. Come back to standing for a minute. It's good. Finding your balance points. And back onto your left foot. Your right foot out to the side, a little bit tilted to the left. And take your head back and move your pelvis a little bit to the right and the left with your head back. What's happening to the weight shift on your feet? And you're breathing. Can you breathe? Make it simple. Are you breathing? Yep, left and right. Yep. So it's like your left hip joint goes a little bit more to the outside of your foot and a little bit more to the inside of the foot. Yeah. Yeah, across. Well, it is a rotation, but it's in that plane. No, you don't have to keep, well, try both. Yeah, try both. Your head's back. That's the exploration, is how do you find mobility over the top of your hip with the front of you long and the hip joint moving a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. So again, it's this finding a weird kind of mobility on a standing leg. But that could be seen as a bit paradoxical, but it's not. It's possible. And walk. Walk, walk. Sorry? Chelsea's stuck. She pinned herself into the floor. And come back to your mat. And lie down. Slowly roll over and come up to standing. And shift your weight onto the left leg and have the right leg out to the side. And gently allow your head to go back. And get a sense of how much of your spine is involved in taking your head back. Now, so with your weight more on your heel, you have to arch more through your whole spine, not just the neck. That's one of the reasons for doing that. And tilt a little bit to the left if you haven't already. And gently do a movement of lifting your right toes away from the floor. So how do you find your balance on one leg with your head back? And breathe. And monitoring that the arching backwards is distributing more and more throughout your whole spine. Which means that you can lengthen the front of you all the way from the pubic bone up to the chin. And really commit to the left leg. And breathe. So even though the belly's lengthened, there's still the ability to breathe in, breathe there. That's it. That's it. Good. And walk a little bit. Come back to your spot. And lift, stand on your left leg. Your right, yep, yep. Tilt a little bit to the left. Now have your right leg in front of you. Bring your right leg forward and in front of you on the floor. And so you tilt a little bit to the left and now take your head back. In this position, do it a few times so that you can really find the stability. Head, yep, yep, as much as possible. Now, it's much easier to have the tilt little so that you don't have to, you don't have to commit to big tilt. So the leg is in front of you now. The right leg is in front of you, not to the side. That's it. So, and the head is back, and find this balancing point on this little base of support of the left foot, and there's this little outrigger coming in front of you, and your head is back. And again, how is the shape of the spine? And this is what, you thank me that you've done the head circles, because this is much harder if you haven't done the head circles last week. This being able to take your chin away from your chest and arch your back backwards. That's it. And Beck's just done it. So slowly lift your right leg off the floor in front of you and your right arms. Right arms, both the right arm and the other right arm. The left arm as well. Both arms. Both arms. So you stay facing the front. Both arms lift. Just that maybe they... and the head stays back, and then you bring the arms, the two arms and the one leg back down again, a little bit. And you can try without the tilt, with the tilt and without the tilt. Sorry? It is different. Yeah. Well, you're tilting and going back as well. Your left shoulder. So it's not going back. The left shoulder doesn't go back any further than the right shoulder. So it's not a tilt backwards. The tilt is just to the left. That's it. And then the head goes back. Yeah. And then you zombie. Ooh. You make a zombie noise. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Good. Good, good. And if you were doing it holding your breath, you have to do it again and breathe. Otherwise, you're not allowed to walk. No, okay. So if you were breathing, you can walk. Now, stay kind of internal with your walking and go back to that original dynamic scan of what is your experience of shifting your weight onto one leg and off and onto the other and off and onto the other and off and onto the other and off. You get the idea. And remember that you can move your attention from that internal sensation of weight shift to observe the same phenomenon in somebody else that's walking nearby. And you maintain a connection with your own internal sense of weight shift, engaging with the floor and disengaging with the floor as you become aware of other people and the phenomenon of them engaging and disengaging with the floor. How do you keep yourself in mind and add another person? How do you not have fun? How do you make this really serious? Hold your breath. It makes the whole world quite a stern place. That's it. And if you walked backwards, how does that change the way you engage and disengage with the floor? So stay until you kind of establish that attention and the pattern of movement. Stay with yourself. And then when you're ready, you can split your attention between your own internal experience and the observed experience in somebody else. And this is how much I respect you. That's half of the lesson. So we're going to do the other half tomorrow. Could I please have a bit of gratitude? Sorry, you want a bit of mutiny? Like it's just self-preservation, isn't it? It's nothing to do with. It's nothing to do with me. It's all about. I don't want you to spifflicate me.